Hey guys! Haha! I'm back again for another amazing video. It's freaking cold out here. It's 20 degrees. Who knew it got to 20 degrees in Texas? I didn't. I did. But you didn't. And that's all that matters. I taught you something. You have been educated far beyond your wildest dreams. But no, I wanted to do this video about, I'm always talking about art stuff, right? Art, different ideas that I get, that I want to do about animations, video projects, just animations, video projects, different things. Like some of you know about the forums I got started up that I'm still wanting to do. I'm working on the forum still. I'm debating on if I want to upgrade to something called a Zeta board. I don't know. I found out that I don't think you can change back because I'm on something called an Envision free something free board, and it says that I could upgrade to a Zeta board. I don't know what that is, but anyway, that's another project that I was wanting to do that I don't know. I want to do it, but the way things work with me, this is just, I don't know if all artists, if all people kind of go through the same thing that I do, but things are really complicated. Like, a lot goes on behind the scenes of just, I guess, artists in general, because I've been a member of some various art websites, and the artists are always having trouble doing this or that, or it's really difficult for artists to kind of find their groove with what it is that they want to do. I take my animations, for example. I'm always talking about my animations, but it's like whenever artists get an idea, whenever I get an idea for something, like it's awesome. I think it's the greatest idea ever. But actually executing that idea, like putting it together piece by piece and all this stuff, there's just so many different barriers that you have to go through. Like, the first one is, how is it going to start? Or one that I have personally is a big problem to me is it meeting what it looks like in my head. Like, I have this image of just the greatest thing ever, but I'm not able to put it together. Like, my artistic ability right now isn't as good as I would like it to be, like, ideally. And of course it's, just work on it, but whenever you have so many different ideas coming in, like, I get so many ideas, guys, many different ideas. That little book that I got, the little black journal, it's like a miniature journal. I've been keeping up with that. I've got probably 30 or 40 ideas in there just over the past 2-3 months that I've had it. Just every day I'm jotting down ideas, and like, it doesn't end there. Like, with the complications that people as an artist come across. I think one of the biggest things that makes it difficult for an artist to pursue what they're trying to do is what other people think about artists. Like, for example, just getting criticized, especially whenever you're getting started. It can be hard, especially on the internet. of all places, because people can just say whatever they want. They can say, oh, it sucks, it's this, it's that, and say the person put hours into creating whatever content it is, and then having someone just come out and say, oh, it's terrible, it sucks. It really tears an artist down. Like, it shoots their confidence way low. It makes them think that it's not possible to get better at what they're doing, when that couldn't be any farther from the truth. Like, all artists have the ability, not even artists, all people have the ability to get better at whatever it is that they're wanting to do. Like with me and the animation stuff, like I was saying, and I had all this planned out. Where did it go? It went out of my head. Oh. I guess doing these videos is a good example. Like, something's been telling me forever that I need to do videos where I just speak my mind. I have a lot of videos that I could do that were very similar to last video, and like, a lot of my friends told me that they liked it, and that's cool. It's cool, good stuff, good stuff. So there's plenty more where that comes from, but like this, it's just, it's difficult, really, to find yourself as an artist, especially this is if you're trying to make, if you want to make a living doing what you're doing. Because whenever you first start, it's very difficult. I don't want to say impossible, but it's very difficult to make a living off of just barely starting out. Like, more often than not, you're going to be doing stuff for free. And I consider art as any form of creating anything. If you're doing something, I consider that a form of art. It's debatable. I know it's super debatable, and I'm getting really cold out here. That's why I'm shaking a bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But, like, that first milestone... Okay, I had a brain fart. But, like, you're starting to do stuff for free, and that's usually where you would start to build up your fan bases. You would see people who see your stuff for free, and they like your stuff, and they kind of follow you for a while. And then what about whenever you want to make that step into charging for your work, or doing just about anything involving money? Like, there's a huge... the term is called sellout. And you've heard it before. They say, oh, you sold out. You lost what it is that you were originally doing. And by charging for stuff that used to be free, or maybe not even that. I've seen people, even here on YouTube, get super duper criticized for even putting ads on their videos. And I was really worried about that whenever the ad revenue thing came around. I was worried that I would have a huge backlash. Like, my fans would go crazy, like, oh, you traitor, you this, you that. There's a lot of emotional craziness that goes on. Like, you gotta cope with, if you're, let's say... As weird as it sounds, I think Let's Playing and video game reviewing and stuff like that is now, it's more so now than it used to be, but I think it's a legitimate career path. Like, if you're producing the content and you're getting ad revenue from that, I think I mentioned this in another video. I haven't edited that one. What's my time? 10 minutes! I haven't edited that video yet, but I'll probably upload that one next. I had a bit of a technical issue, but I'll upload that one next. But like, I'm gonna repeat what I said in that video. Is it's easier now to pursue a type of career path in reviewing and let's playing, but if you're also pursuing that career path, you bump into all kinds of walls. Like, what can you do in your videos? What can't you do in your videos? And like, I understand more now why people, especially people who are like artists and stuff, like animators and do the whole art, whatever, paintings and stuff, put on their YouTube videos to subscribe and favorite and all that stuff because it'll help them build up their fan base. And like, I asked myself, what's preventing me from doing that? I know a good number of my fans or my followers wouldn't mind favoriting and commenting and liking, but there's just this huge stigma. Is that the right word? There's a huge, I don't know, they don't like, I think stigma's the right word, but like, people don't like it when you try to do stuff like that, like telling your fans to favorite and like and subscribe. And I thought about doing something like that. I've kind of played around a little bit with the dancing green guy, and but there's just so much like what an artist should do if he's trying to broaden his audience. What can he do? What shouldn't he do? Why shouldn't he do it? Like, I remember my donations thing was a big thing at once upon a time. Like, I was nervous about that also because I know people don't like when you ask for donations, which I wasn't asking for them necessarily so much as I was saying, here it is if you want to use it, which, hardware and stuff is expensive. Oh my goodness. I've probably spent $200-300 on replacement headsets. Oh, good heavens. Expensive. But it's complicated. Like, all that stuff, if you're wanting to pursue a future in art, what can you do? Why can't you do it? What's holding you back? And a lot of it is just, it's I guess just frowned upon in certain communities, like the YouTube community as a whole, the whole favorite and subscribe. When, like, I asked myself, why is it frowned upon, Like, if I probably would never really do anything like that in my Doggy080 channel, but my Doggymation channel, like, I've seriously considered, like, how could I implement this that people are okay with? Because I would really, a dream of mine, and I think a dream of any artist would be, well, not any artist, there's a select few who wouldn't want to, but to make a living doing what you're doing, like creating content for people to enjoy. And I think YouTube is probably the best way to do that without having to charge people for stuff. 'Cause you're able to create content, they're able to watch it for free, and the person who's creating it is getting money from it. So it's like, I would gladly sit through a small advertisement if it's helping out somebody that I like. Like, often, if I'm watching NCS or a couple of friends of mine who now have ad revenue, if I see an ad on their videos, and I think it's interesting, I'll click on it because I know it'll help them out. But I guess that's even debatable if it's ethical or logical or all that stuff. 15 minutes! Oh, good heavens. I didn't touch. I completely missed a lot of the points that I wanted to make in this video. I guess it's just, I don't know, just stuff that I think about a lot. Because, I don't know. It's difficult. I'll probably make a part 2 of this. I don't know how much time I have on my camera. It doesn't say how much time I have left. I think I got like 5 minutes left though. I could probably touch on a little bit, like my mind, the way my mind works. The reason my projects don't ever get done is I blame the ADHD a lot, but I don't know, some people have, that's the thing though, even talking about anything, it upsets people. People get mad. People rage on my videos sometimes, but I never rage back because I don't see the point in raging back at people. I've always been a strong believer, especially recently, the past couple of years, is what's that saying? It's a saying that I really like. I think it's Gandhi. Gandhi said it? Be the change you want to be in this world. And, oh, it's getting cold out here. Holy crap. There's a heater right there. Dadgummit, why haven't I turned it on? Good grief. Good grief. There's a bicycle. Tricycle. Actually, this is for my nephew. I've been looking at that. That's what I've been looking at, is the tricycle and the keyboard. And my guitar. I want to learn my guitar. Oh, why don't I know my guitar? The junk pile right there, also what I'm looking at. But it's got kind of messy in here. Not super duper bad, I guess. My thing up here is still set up. What's wrong with me? I was talking about ADHD, and then that's a killer, guys. It really is. Not being able to focus on one thing long enough to get it done. It's really hard to deal with. It really is. It's a pain. It really, really super duper is. Because I'll get these great ideas, and then I can't do them because I'll start doing it, but then before I know it, I'm doing something else. And then, like, the other day I was working on an animation with Generation 3 guys, Shanzi and Melly. Well, they're pretty much done with their part, but it's a part of our podcast thing. But I started working on that, and I kept getting super duper distracted by like everything, and I only got a little bit done. And it's like, I know that they, well, not only them, but a couple of other people are really looking forward to that animation, and they keep telling me about it. And I know I haven't forgot about it, or have I not forgot about it? I do forget about it, but then I remember, and then I remember everything else that I'm working on, like the projects with Netmover Seaton, all of my 6or7 Let's Plays, my forums, and everything else. I think about my guitar. I think about doing stop motion animations once I got all this set up. I think about this channel. I think about my Doggies 080 channel. I think about my full screen partnership. I think about, just my brain just starts running in circles over and over and over and over. I know I have these people that are looking forward to me making stuff, but I can't do it. I do it. I do it slow, but more often than not, slow isn't fast enough for people. Which is not them per se. They're really understanding, and I thank them for that. Especially Netmover Seaton and my co-op portal with him. What is Oh, good heavens. I'm just about out of time. But, yeah, and then just while I'm doing things, I'm constantly thinking of new things. It's not like just one or two things. It's like dozens of things all at once. And then when I'm working on an animation or even an animation idea, I think of alterations to that animation. And then I'll want to write down those alterations. Like, I can never... The way my little book is, I'll have an entire page dedicated to one animation, and then I'll write down the basic idea of it, and then all the different little variations that I can do to it to make different animations with the same animation. It's a mess. It's messy. But it's okay, though. It's okay. I think the important thing to know here is that it's okay to think. It's okay to think. That's a topic I really want to touch on. Is it's okay to think. Oh gosh. I will definitely be dedicating an entire video just to the it's okay to think thing, because I know a lot of people that have ADHD. They think, "Oh, I need to get control of my brain," which, you want control of your brain. You definitely do. But it's crazy. It really is crazy. I don't fight it anymore. I used to really get super duper frustrated and aggravated that I can't do anything. And rather than getting frustrated now, I don't know, it's still kind of frustrating, but it's not, I don't let it get to me. I really don't. I try not to let it get to me. Occasionally it does, but, I'm only human. You're only human. It's okay to screw up sometimes. It's okay to let your mind wander all over the place.